Hi guys, welcome to Max is Rising with Things Bank. So today you guys we're going to be talking about Nigerian romance scams, and most especially young Nigerian boys getting married to older white women for visa and money. But before we go on, please like this video as well as subscribe to this channel, and as always my personal channel is going to be in the description box, so please check it out for vlogs and a sneak peek into my personal lives. So let's get first of all define what romance scam is, and the basics of romance scams and how they work. So Wikipedia defines romance scam. A romance scam is a confidence trick involving feigning romantic intentions towards a victim, gaining the victim's affection, and then using that goodwill to get the victim to send money to the scammer under false pretenses or to commit fraud against the victim. Now I've checked FBI, their page. They have like a full dedicated page on romance scams and safety. So we're just going to read a bit. I'm not going to read too much. Then we'll begin to talk. They say romance scams occurs when a criminal adopts a fake online identity to gain a victim's affection and trust. The scammer then uses the illusion of a romantic or close relationship to manipulate and or steal from the victim. The criminals who carry out romance scams are experts at what they do. They will seem genuine, caring and believable. Con artists are present on most dating and social media sites. Okay, so basically most of these definitions about romance scams allude to those that are carried out online. So you have a lot of dating sites, social media sites where people catfish other people's identity in order to defraud other people. But that's not what the angle I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the angle where young black African men, including Nigerian men, because if I just say Nigerian men, some people are going to come and say, why are you spoiling the reputation of our country? Anyway, so young African men and the obsession of getting married to white older women, and these are not just older women in their 40s or 50s. We're talking about women in their 80s, women in their 70s, women in their 60s getting married to 18-year-old boys, 19-year-old boys and 20-year-old boys. Every single time we see it on social media, oh, young Nigerian man gets married to his granny, young Nigerian man gets married to Australian granny. Like some people may argue that there's actually love there, and people find love in strange places, but I beg to differ in the sense that, like my husband said before I started this conversation, the productivity level in Nigeria is very low, and people will do anything to get out of the country. First of all, migration is a prize. Migration is huge in Nigeria. Everybody wants to get out. So while you have educated people who can migrate out of the country through through the student route or career route, not everybody is privileged in that sense. There are a lot of uneducated young Nigerian people who also want to migrate, and since Yahoo is now a thing, that's online fraud. Yahoo aka online fraud is now a thing whereby almost every nook and cranny you go to in Nigeria, you have young people who are invested in having clients in quotes abroad, involved in Yahoo, and one of the methods they use is romance scams. All right, so you have people who pretend to have relationship with you on dating sites and all of that to get money from you. So somebody's father is always sick or their mother is always sick, so the unsuspecting person on the other side keeps sending money to these people. Like, there are a lot of stories littered on the internet, but I want to focus on the angle of young men getting married to older, very old women. There's this couple on TikTok. It's quite different, but at the same time similar to what I'm saying. You might have seen them. They are on Twitter. I think her name is Queen Jewel or something like that, and Coran. I've seen some people argue that, oh, they actually love themselves. This is actually different because I think Coran is from America. They are both Americans. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And Coran is like 30 years younger than the woman. But for the case of a lot of Nigerian men, young men, is first of all a survival tactics. There's no love there. They get married to these older women and they don't even mind. Some of them don't even want to scam the women, in quotes, so to speak, maybe defraud them. No, they just want to escape from the deep poverty that they find themselves in. A lot of people, even some Nigerians, are not averse to the deep poverty in Nigeria just because maybe you live in a city like Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt. You really don't know how much poverty there is in the land until you go into the trenches, like they will say, until you go into the inner city, the trenches, where you see young boys. They just want to travel out of the country. They will do anything to get out of the country, and if that includes getting married to an 80-year-old woman that they are practically their nannies, I bet you they are going to do it. And a lot of times, most of these women, they don't have a long time to live. So the presumption by most of these young men, I don't know if we can call them scammers in the sense of the word. Some of them are, some of them are not. Some of them just get married to these women in order to escape the deep poverty and get a better life, in quotes, when they migrate to these foreign countries. So it doesn't matter if they have to be nannies to these women, they will do it as long as they are escaping from the trenches from where they are coming from. That being said, there has been a lot of conversations about older white women having an affinity for younger black men. For instance, the Gambia, it's part of their tourist attraction where older white women come to the Gambia for some sort of sex tourism, to have relationships with the black men, because they claim that they are able to take care of women more. And also in Kenya, is also very popular in Kenya. So I don't know, is this these older women, is it the same thing for the Nigerian men? Is it that Nigerian young boys, 18, 19-year-old, they know how to cook, they know how to take care of these elderly women? Because I really don't get what the obsession is about. But I personally am of the opinion that 80% of the time, these young men just want to get what they can from these women, be it green passports, be it, because once you are legally married, you can apply for your spouse to come over to whatever developed country that is. But it's just I can't judge people's preferences, okay, so let me be careful with my words, but it's just, I don't know the right words to use now. We've been talking about what do people do for money. Like, there should be a line to these things, but obviously these days everything is blurry and you really don't know what is right, or maybe we do know what is right or wrong. I don't just want to mention anything, but it's alarming that young men in their productive years, rather than getting an education, going to school, getting a skill, would rather get married to their grandmothers for the sake of getting a visa or getting a better life. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can't understand it. Maybe somebody can explain to me. Now, like I said, not all of them are scammers. Some of them are just trying to survive. But sometimes they may actually be out to get these old women's information to be able to access their retirement funds and all of that. Anyway, that's the conversation I want us to have. Please share your thoughts with me in the comment section. Remember to like this video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, remember to subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.